Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock, and we're on the free to play. I've got a couple of big updates for you guys, but I also have something I really want to talk about that's kind of serious. Um, we'll do that at the end of the video, but we're going to start with an update about where the account is at. So, a couple of things. First of all, with the anniversary path, I did manage to get that extra Void Shard because I spent so much work leveling up Anchorite! I feel like I've been talking about this guy for like 2 months now. We finally got him leveled up. Now let's talk about why. He does increase his duration of ally buffs and gives us a cleanse of a single buff, which will be really good for Spirit Affinity. Then we get increased crit rate and crit damage, which is great, as well as a little bit of healing, but not really concerned about that in a Wixwell team. So between him, Wixwell, and Godseeker, who has been leveled for a while, we're able to go ahead and build that team. That is something that I'll probably try to do tomorrow, but I my all my daughter ends school early tomorrow, and my wife is off work tomorrow. So I have a feeling we'll be doing some family time tomorrow, and then especially some family time over the weekend. I still suspect I will have the time to outright build this team and get it up and running. Um, so keep an eye out for that. I would keep you guys informed as I progress on the team. But really happy with the performance there. I feel like I completed this event, even though it says 0 out of 90. I think, yeah, I did. Okay. So, as far as clan v clan, my clan did fall short of our total. Um, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? Yeah, we did fall short of our desired goal. That's a discussion for another time, but I felt really proud of what my free to play account could do. Almost 200,000 points, and I saved a lot of resources. I may have already mentioned this in a video, but I did save quite a bit of resources and honestly didn't really dedicate a lot of time to it. I tried to play other games and tried to focus on other stuff, watch some shows and content, and really just enjoyed myself a little bit the last couple of days. So that's been real nice. So Raid hasn't been as dominating of my time as it has in the past. But I do want to talk about something. So I had extra time today and I went through my comments. I had a video that I posted and I had realized that the screen that I use, it's called YouTube Studio, and I use that to read my comments, right? Because it'll give me every comment. It doesn't matter if the video was episode 1, it doesn't matter if it was episode 250. Every video comment is stored in this comments list. However, it has some filters apparently and things where it will filter out comments that apparently were negative. And I realized this because I looked at a new video I put out about Armands and how good he is in Dark Fae. I highly recommend that video for you guys. It is not a pay to win video. It is a free to play video. It really talks about how he makes Dark Fae very easy, which can be a very challenging boss, even for paid accounts. I struggled with that boss for many, many months before I finally figured it out. And even then, I had to manual it. Armands makes it very farmable, even for free to play. I did my farming today for my Dark Fae materials. So if we go down and we look at the lethal gear, you'll see I got a big chunk of materials there. That's going to get me more of that really good lethal gear that you want on your account. So I realized that there was a filter, and there were a bunch of comments that had been posted in the past few months that I hadn't seen, and I went through and I read them, and I've deleted them now because two of them were so wrong, just incredibly wrong. Basically, the person that left the comment insisted on telling everybody in the chat or everybody in the comments section that this game is not free to play and it's BS and all these things. And I mean, this account is proof of how free to play this is. It's ridiculous to try and say that this game is not free to play. So let's take a look at the account. So day 270 was here. right? So now we're in 271 plus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 276, day 276. Not even a year into this game have I been playing. And let's just take an inventory of where we are. We have some really solid champions. We've got our Mons. We've got Wixwell. We've got Yakarl. We've got our Arbiter. We've got a Sun Wukong, great PvP nuker. We happen to get lucky enough to pull a Newt. We've got an Ultimate Death Knight and Rathalos. Every single one of these level 60 legendaries has a purpose across the game and are very dominant. And then we have all of our different epics here. Did I do anything special? Did I do anything crazy to acquire these epics? Or did I just open shards when it was beneficial to me? Did I just follow the very simple steps of saving and spending when it's beneficial to me? Is that going to get you to win the game in one day? No, but it will benefit you in the long run. This is a long game. It's a long game, and you're going to take a while to play it. And you might as well optimize the use of your resources. So I didn't do anything crazy to acquire this roster, but that's the roster. Now let's look at my progression. I've cleared Doom Tower normal on all 3 difficulties. My Great Hall isn't anything special, but we've got a lot of points in the Great Hall built up. I'm putting up big numbers in Clan v Clan. We've achieved several different fusions. Doom Tower hard, we almost beat one of the difficulties. I think the only thing that stopped us was the 2 Tormund team because they didn't have a cleanser, which I now have, by the way. We want to talk about rosters. This free-to-play account at day 270 has Mithrala, right? I mean, I didn't even think about talking about these really good legendaries down here that are super good, and I just haven't even had time to level because I've been gaining so many great champions in this game. There is always a little bit of luck, but if you're maximizing the use of your resources, you can really benefit. If you're doing the right things, I focused heavily on a good clan boss team. I picked champions early on that would benefit me against clan boss, and here I am able to 3-key Ultra Nightmare and 1-key Nightmare. So this game is absolutely possible to do free to play. Is it going to happen quickly? No, but I mean, even if you pay, it's not going to happen quickly. I was putting money into this game very early on, and it still took me way longer than that to get my Mithrala, and way longer to finish Doom Tower and other areas of the game that I'm finding huge success in. I can't show you Barbarian faction crypts, but you can see 57 stars. I've made a ton of progress there. I think 62 or 6, yeah, I think it's 62 is the maximum number of shards, something like that. So I really wanted to take a moment to address the fact that this game is possible free to play, and you don't need to play crazy hours. Have my hours kicked up in the last week? Yes, but I had a full-time job before. I'm also a full-time dad where I'm taking care of my daughter. And so, it's not like I was able to just ignore those responsibilities and play more than the average bear, okay? And then you throw in the fact that I was making content on top of it. So that's editing videos. That's recording these videos. I don't play the game for the half hour that I record these videos, right? So how much is that taking out of my game time? And then there's other games that I want to play. Now, some of those did get put on the back burner, but I'm after this video, I'm logging off for the night, and I'm playing something else that I want to play because I have an itch to play it. And, I think it's important to understand that this isn't a hardcore free-to-play account. I played this account to be as casual as possible with the mindset that you can duplicate my methodology and the way that I play and hopefully find success. And many of you have. I'm not ignoring the positive comments. I'm not ignoring those and saying, oh yeah, Um, I've seen it. I've seen it where you guys tell me in Discord and in comments and say, "Man, this video helped me out so much. Thank you for the insight, all of that." Right? I am completely on board with those comments, and they make me so happy every time I see them. But what I don't want to have happen is somebody to read these comments and believe them, even for a second, that you can't play this game free to play. And it's not just that comment. I see people all the time that, oh, I can't do a Fusion free to play. I can't do uh Hydra free to play or Doom Tower free to play. I'll never hit Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Yes, you will. And it's not about champions. You probably have some good enough champions to do it. It's about learning the game, gearing properly, and doing the right things. If we look at my clan boss team that I currently have in Ultra Nightmare, which I would say isn't really optimized, to be completely honest with you guys. I mean, that's 4 epics. Are they good epics? Absolutely. And then Rathalos, which was a free champion. So this is a fully attainable team for most accounts. Now, it is possible that maybe you don't ever get a Geomancer, you never get Godseeker, you never get Ursula or whatever. But this team, there are replacements. There are better champions that you could get over this team. It's not impossible to play this game free to play. And I just wanted to address that comment and make sure that you guys know that this is not just a fluke. This isn't just luck. I think they said something along the lines of that I was somehow a shill for Plarium or like their puppet or something like that. Guys, this channel, I get 100 views a video. Like, they're not I don't exist. I am not even close to being on the radar of anybody. I'm barely on the radar of content creators in this game, and that's only because of this event that Hell Hades put on. It's totally doable, and I want to make that clear and let this account be the example. Please let it be the example as we start to focus on different areas of the game now on this account. So let's get back to focused on the account and talk about the plan. Plan A, plan number 1, whatever you want to call it, clan boss team. Got to get it done. What else do I need to do? Well, Wixwell has masteries available. I need to pick them. I also need to figure out what speeds I want to go with Wixwell and what gear I want to go with Wixwell. He is already in some gear. I think this is just gear I threw together for something. Maybe it was Hydra, but I definitely need to get him fully built up and finished. I think I used him based on the ring. I think I used him for Scarab Boss, actually, which would make a little bit of sense because of his shield. And then I also need to build Anchorite. Now, Anchorite is going to be in a shield set. He has a higher base HP of 19,155 than the other 2 buff extenders on this team, including the legendary. Well, sorry, he's almost as much as Wixwell, just a little bit less. But I don't necessarily want Wixwell to be in the shield set. I think it would benefit me more if Anchorite is in the shield set. So that is the plan, to put him in the shield set and get him a bunch of HP, basically, so that this shield set will scale off of his HP, right? So plus 30% HP ally shields. We're going to want HP percentage on everything, HP banner, HP neck, HP ring, all that stuff. So we got to get him built out. I don't necessarily think he needs masteries for this. It might help me hit the speeds, and it would behoove me to have him in War Master to get extra damage out of him. So all that's going to take is a couple of Minotaur runs. I am getting lower than I'd like to be on gems, but I'm about to save up gems over the course of this entire fusion where I won't be going for anything. So I think I'll spend them. Not spend them. I think I'll do Minotaur. but I also have a big chunk of energy in my bank or in my inbox, so I should be able to utilize that energy and moving and knock out a bunch of these masteries out of Minotaur and save myself some gems in the long run, right? So yeah, we're gonna call that a video. A little bit of a roadblock rant, as I know you guys love so much, but I did want to address that comment, like I said, and things are looking up on the account. I felt like we were in a bit of a lull, and now I'm very, very excited to tinker with and test this team. It will require me to be extremely active while I test it because I'll have to potentially close out failed keys. Um, I would hate to put the team in and then only do 15 million damage off the team or less, and not get a 4 key. So we want to make sure we're paying attention to that and not losing out on stuff there. So Godseeker's gear is going to get changed as well. I'll probably take advantage of one of these 1 hour guys so that I can swap this gear around pretty quickly. I'm also going to wait for a sorry for the long dramatic pause there. I am going to wait for artifact enhancement event. I'm trying to see when there will be one. There should be one, and that starts on Saturday. So I'd figure I should double dip. I am not chasing, I'm not pursuing the fusion at all, clearly by my resources being completely spent. However, I will gladly participate in some of the events where I can double dip. So that artifact enhancement event, for example. I won't be doing any champion training. I'll probably get the fragments from the arena tournament because those tournaments are so easy. So that one starts in a couple of hours. I probably have a few points towards Fire Knight. No, that's on my other account because I was tinkering with my Fire Knight team. But I do also want to point one thing out. Um, if you are not going for the fusion, it's it's not a bad idea to pick up the epics because they will continue to sit in your inventory. So maybe if you pick up one or two of them, that is going to be points for a future champion chase event. So that could help you if the next fusion turns out to be Python 2.0, Newt 2.0, then you have that opportunity to summon these epics during champion chase and complete champion chase and get those points. So I would recommend if you do have an opportunity to get them, go ahead. They are also kind of an interesting champion. Uh this guy can smack from what I'm understanding. You do get ignoring shield, increased defense and strengthen. Let's see, he self buffs with crit rate and crit damage. So you could theoretically kind of go, and he's a void. I didn't even realize that. You could theoretically go kind of what you do with Genbo, where you go 70% crit rate. Sorry, I meant to circle this one. And then let's see, increases his own crit damage every time they kill an enemy. That's kind of useless for arena purposes, but the champion kills an enemy. The next skill they use will ignore 30% of the target's defense. So not a great built-in ignoring defense mechanic, but I did see that the champion can hit pretty hard. And if you're looking for that nuker, especially a void nuker, I do think that he might be an option. He could have been an option for this account if I hadn't really gotten Yakarl, who has proven to be a very effective nuker for me, while still undergeared, pretty low on attack right now. Um, he and not really in the right gear for nuking because I do also want to have some accuracy on him. Still, I think he's putting in work now. and I'm very happy with him, especially now that this is booked up and we're going to get the masteries on him. So we should see him be a little bit more effective moving forward. I'll have those masteries completed. I haven't decided what I want to do, so I kind of want to look at like some of the recommendations for him and go from there. All right, going to call that a video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.